Hi everybody, welcome to Michelle's Stamp and Craft Corner. Today we are going to do the June paper pumpkin, which is called Life is So Sweet. And normally I would actually make some of the cards beforehand, but I thought today we would actually do it all together. So, this is the paper pumpkin kit. It comes in this box, wrapped in tissue paper. And the paper pumpkin kit comes with everything that you would need in order to make the kit. So it comes with some adhesive. It comes with the stamps. You will get a block, an acrylic block like this, in your first kit only. It will also come with the ink. We call this a Stampin' Spot. A regular ink pad would look, do I have an ink pad real quick? A normal ink pad would look like this. Okay, so you get one of these in every, these are great for traveling, giving to your customers or giving to friends. But this comes in the paper pumpkin kit. This is a regular ink pad. Okay, so you can see it's nicely packaged. It'll come to your door. It's a monthly subscription. It's about $25 a month. That includes the tax, and I believe it also includes the shipping. Okay, so we're gonna open this up, and as you can see, it already popped out some glue dots, some mini Stampin' Dimensionals. What I mean by mini is, do I have regular? These are regular. I don't know if you can see the difference. And these are mini, and they're smaller. Okay. Put those aside, and some pearls, iridescent pearls. And then you also get some tear and tape. And you could save these plastic bags if you wanted to, for something else. Some twine. Tear and tape. Oops. Okay, so each paper pumpkin subscription comes with an instructional sheet. And it's in color, so you can see everything in each step by step. So you can see we're going to be making 3 cards today. Let's stick this over here so I can see it. Now this is the stamps that you'll receive, okay? So what I like to do is I like to put this in a CD case, like a stamp case, and put the instructions in this all together. So this is exactly what you're going to get here, okay? So I'll save that piece of oak tag for something else. And then you can see all the different punch outs. And these are truly punch outs. Okay, they're already scored and kind of cut out for you. So I'm going to punch these out real quick for us. And you can see this goes really, really fast. These are some iridescent, like almost clear. We have branches and stars, so I'm not going to punch those out, just I don't want to lose those. And then, ooh, these are words, and I don't know if you can tell, but they are glitter. So, if we punch this out to show you, this says Miss, and there are some other little pieces here. So that is going to be our glitter. Isn't that cool? Okay, I'm going to put those to the side. Then we have some more punch outs. I'm going to punch these out. Now these are great for working with kids or even older adults who have like maybe dexterity issues, if you help them punch them out. But like I said, everything comes in the kit, which is great. So here's our first card back, or our card base. Some more punch outs. And Stampin' Up! Usually gives you more than you need, so you could definitely save them and then make cards or scrapbook pages, anything, you know, 3D items. You can see how quickly I can punch these out. It's super quick. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of punch these out a little bit faster just so we don't waste some time here and get to the good stuff, right? That's what we want to do. We want to craft, not watch me punch out all these pieces. And like I said, I usually do this ahead of time, but I thought it, you know, some people are like, well, how does it come and what do you get? So I figured I'd show everybody exactly what you'd have to do. All right, here's another card backing, or card base. Some more punch outs. These are little banners. Okay. Let's stick those over there. Some lemons. It is summertime, right? Okay, so those are our lemons. Another card base. These are so it looks like we're probably going to glue those on like that. Okay. So again, everything is here for you. You don't really need anything. It includes all the adhesive. It includes the ink. And what's great about this is it also includes the envelopes that match. So you can see in a quick couple of minutes, we were able to get everything together that we needed. Okay. All right, so let's start. So we're going to open up our instruction sheet. And we're going to go to the first card. Now in the back of this instruction sheet, it gives you all the pieces. Okay. It gives you the an additional, like these are dies that you can purchase additionally to go with this kit or to make additional cards. Okay. But here's all the kit components, and it also gives you the colors that it's using. So you can, if you wanted to make your own cards with the extra pieces, you could. Okay. And again, these QR codes that you can scan, and it'll help you, give you more information. All right, so let's get going. Let's do the first card. All right, so the first card that we're going to do is we are going to grab this pink paper. Okay, so we're going to be making 3 cards of each. So we're going to grab that, and we're going to grab the other pieces. Sorry about that. I just wanted to close the door because it's getting a little noisy outside. Okay, so we have our 3 card backs, or our card bases. They already come pre-scored, so you're just going to fold those. And then if you have a bone folder around, okay, you can just give that a good crease. And there you have your first card. Your second card. And our third card. Okay, then we're also going to need these. So we have 3 of those. Now, before I punched out the miss, so what I want to do is I want to grab the dot that was there for miss, and there should be a U right next to it. So I'm just punching these out. And as you can see, they come out pretty easy. And then if you have a paper piercer, one of these, okay, you can easily punch out the other pieces. So there's Miss U. We're going to need 2 more of those. Alright, just got to find the other. turn it over, you might be able to see a little bit easier. Because as you can see, it shows you exactly where it is. So let's punch this out. This miss. That dot that we're gonna need. And the U. I think that gives us all three, yeah. Okay, so you're gonna need those pieces. Put that aside. All right, and we're gonna just pop out these little extra pieces that we don't need so we can actually tell what the word says. All right, so we have a miss and a miss. We have a U and a U. And then just pop out these little extra pieces. It's a miss and then the U. All right, so we have that. Okay, so then as you can see, I'm just going through what pieces I'm going to need. So I have my card base. I have my pink piece. I have the Miss U. Now I'm going to need 2 cherries. Okay, so I'm going to grab 2 cherries. And then I'm also going to need some twine, which I have, and my dimensionals. Now it's going to show you here that you're going to stamp Wish You Were Here in the Shy Shamrock. Okay, so we're going to need 3 of these little pieces right here. Okay, so I already punched one out. Let's punch 2 more. Okay, and we are going to get started. Now, there are two sizes here. So as I'm looking, I think we want the smaller ones. Okay, so that we're gonna punch these out instead. And if you make a mistake, like I said, Stampin' Up! Usually gives you more. So like, see, I only need 3 and they gave me 4 here. So we're good. All right, so I think I have all my pieces. I have my twine. I'm just gonna push these to the side, give me a little more room. Okay. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna stamp. Now, when I stamp, I want that line to go this way, that diagonal line there. I mean, you could do it however you want, but I'm just showing you how to follow the stamping on the directions. All right, so we need Wish You Were Here. Maybe we do need the bigger one. I don't think this is gonna fit. Nope. Okay, so I was right the first time. We need the bigger pieces. Okay. All right, so there we go. All right, so we're gonna grab our acrylic block. Remember, this comes with your first Paper Pumpkin subscription. I'm gonna try to make sure that's straight. Now, I'll give you a little bit of advice. You're gonna get an acrylic block with this, but see how there's so much surface area here around the stamp? When you're stamping, you always want to try to find a block that kind of fits your stamp image, because you don't want to get a lot of extra stuff on it. But with these Stampin' Spots, you should be fine. But if you do have other acrylic blocks and one fits it a little bit better, you might want to do that, just so you're not getting a lot of extra ink, especially if you're using the larger ink pads. All right, so I'm just going to pull this apart. I'm going to ink up my stamped image here. And what's nice about these photopolymer ones is that I can see them. And then when I go to stamp, I can actually see where I'm stamping, whereas as the cling, you can't always do that. So I can get right in there, see where I want it to go, give it a nice press, and you have your stamped image. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. If you find that it's not working, you might want to use like a stamping pad or a foam piece, you know, something like this, to give yourself a little bit more leverage and a little bit more pressure when you're stamping. Okay, we're going to do this one again. I do find that if you give it a good press and you let it sit for a second or two, you usually don't have a problem. All right, we're going to do one more. If you're watching on Facebook, please like this video and make sure you're subscribing to my channel, Michelle Stampin' Craft Corner. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe so you can see all my future videos. Now, I could tell that I didn't put enough ink on there, so I'm going to go back. And that's the other nice thing about these. You can actually see it. It looks like there's something on my... Okay. Alright, so we're going to stamp the third one. And if you make a mistake, every piece of paper has two sides to it. Okay, so we have our 3. Alright. Now it says we're going to put Stampin' Dimensionals on the piece. Can you guys see that? We're going to put 3 Stampin' Dimensionals on each one of these pieces, and we're going to put glue dots on the Miss You. So let's do that next. So we're going to turn these 3 over. And I'm going to grab my glue dots. And what did I do with my mini dimensionals? Okay, grab those. Alright, so I'm going to use my paper piercing tool. I'm just going to put 3, 1 on each side and 1 on the center. Okay, I'm going to do that to all 3 of my little banner pieces. And now these have backings on them, so they're very easy to take off. And it's self-adhesive, so not only does it give it a little lift, but you don't have to worry about glue. So I'm going to put those aside. I'm going to pull over my Miss You. Whoops. And I'm going to put glue dots on all of this. And the same thing with our glue dots. They are self-adhesive, so we're just going to put a couple on here. It actually tells you where to put them. So you can see it says put 1 on the S. Can you see that? 1 on the S, 1 on the M, 1 on the U, 1 on the Y, and 1 on the dot. Okay, so we're going to follow that. 1 on the S, 1 on the M. Okay. And then on my U's, get those together. So you can see it doesn't really take that much time to put these cards together. It's fairly easy to do. So like I said, you can totally do this with your kids. You know, these would be great for like a nursing home project. You know, where you could even help somebody do it if, you know, they have a little bit of dexterity issues, but they are fun, and they're nice cards to have around when you need them, you know. All right, and then the other thing that it is saying we need to do is we are going to put 1 on each of the cherries. So I'm going to flip my cherries over, and it looks like it's going to be on this side. Oh no, it says this side. Okay, let's do this side. Okay. All right, so I have all those pieces. And then the last thing that we need is from this piece here. And we need 1 teeny tiny little star and then 2 of the other sides. So I'm going to press out the teeny tiny stars. Where are they? Right here. And again, everything is pre-cut for you. You just have to punch them out. And then I'll punch out these stars. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and the last one, 2. Okay. All right, so it says we want to put dimensionals on those. So let's do that. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. All right, and then we're just going to put them on these larger stars. And then this way, when we assemble our card, all we will have to do is just pick up the pieces. All of our stamping is done. Okay. And then the last thing that we want to do, I'm just going to slide these all over, is on this piece, we want to put some dimensionals. Okay, so I'm going to take that, grab my dimensionals again. Here it looks like we're putting on 5, so we're going to put 1 in each corner, 1 in the center, and then 1 in each of these corners. Okay. So when you're doing multiple cards, this is kind of like how I like to do it. You could make one whole card and then, you know, make another whole card or whatever. I find I like to do it this way better. That's just my preference. You don't have to do anything the way I do it. You can, you know, you're going to find your own way and your own groove. Okay, so we have all those on there. All right, so it's time to start assembling our card. Okay, so our card's going to go like this. The first thing that looks like is we are going to wrap our twine around this piece and then put this on here. Okay, so we stamped, which was number 1. We put the dimensionals on. We need to cut our twine so it looks like it wraps around twice with a bow. And then we're going to adhere the piece of paper with the twine onto the card. Okay, so I'm going to grab my twine. Now you could pre-measure it. It says you need 30 inches. I always like to kind of wrap it around. And what I like to do, and I'll show you a little trick to save some twine. I always like to take it, now this is just another type of adhesive, okay? Just put a little bit of adhesive on the corner here like this. Then I'm going to take my twine and lay it down. Now, if you don't have something like this, you could take a piece of the tear and tape and put a little piece there because you did get tear and tape. Or you could put a couple of glue dots down and it would do the same thing. So this looks like I'm wrapping it around twice. So I'm going to wrap it around once, twice, okay, and then I'm just going to bring it around here, and I'm actually going to put a little bit of adhesive here so it holds it. I'm going to get my scissors out and cut. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie my bow. I know a lot of you don't like to tie bows. I think the easiest thing with tying a bow is you just have to be patient with yourself. And once you manipulate it to the way you want it, take one of those glue dots. You'll have plenty. As you can see, we have all these left and we already did all of our adhesive. I'm going to put a glue dot there. I'm going to put another glue dot right next to it. use my paper piercing tool to pick up the backing. And I'm going to put my bow right there. And again, I can manipulate it as I want. So there you go. Now we're going to take the backing off this. Again, I can use my paper piercing tool to take the backings off. And I'm going to take my card, and my card is going to open like this, so I want to make sure I have it the right way. I'm going to line it right up to the top of the edge in the center. And voila. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing with the next two pieces. I'm going to put adhesive like I said, you don't need a lot, just a little bit. I'm going to do the same thing I just did, started here. So now it's not falling off. I'm going to wrap it around once, twice, and 3 times to get back to that other side. Adhere it there so it stays. And give it a nice little trim. Oh, where'd it go? Okay, so there's one. I'll do the same thing here. One. Bring it around. Give it a little trim. Okay, so there you have your pieces. Now I'm going to make 2 bows. It's easier for you to cut. Oh, sorry. Just hit the camera. Oh, just hit the camera with my head. Not cool. All right. So if it's easier for you to cut your twine when you make a bow, that's okay too. Like I said, it's whatever works for you. And I just do it like I'm tying a shoe. And then decide how big I want the loops. And again, you know, you're going to manipulate it to what you want. And I always kind of check to see if it's the same length and width as the other one, just to kind of make them uniform. Okay, so there's one bow. And let's do the second bow. Okay. I need to trim that a little bit more, yeah. And again, like I said, you're going to make sure that you like it the way it looks. Okay, so there's our second one. Twine over there. Again, we're going to grab our glue dots. And we're going to put 2 glue dots on here. And on here. Now these are great cards, like I said before, to have on hand. I don't know if you've recently been to the card store, but cards are astronomical. I could not get over how expensive cards were. I don't buy cards very often. I like to make my cards. But I couldn't get over, I mean, I picked up a card and it was almost $7. I was like, no thank you. So I like to make cards and have them on hand. And as you can see, especially with Paper Pumpkin, it's not that hard to do. And you're going to be making 9 cards today for about $25. Oops. To me, it's actually worth it, because if I had to buy 9 cards and I had to pay about $7, even if I had to pay $5 a card, it's $45. I could get 2 Paper Pumpkins, You know, so I mean, like, I don't know. I find it just insane nowadays. So I feel like this is such an easier way to make cards and have them on hands. And then this way you don't even have to go to the store when you need them. They're right in your house. Okay. And everything color coordinates. You don't have to think. You don't have to. All right, so there we go. We got 3 cards. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the miss, the you, and wish you were here. So let's start with the miss. Again, we're going to take those glue dots off the back. You want to be a little bit more careful with this because this is paper. Okay, so that miss is going to go right on top. Whoops. All right, we're going to need one of those. Where are the dots? Okay, we're going to need a dot to put the eye on top. So there we go, miss. We're going to take a U, take the backing off those glue dots, put that right underneath. All right, if you need to adjust your bow, let's show this a little bit. Oops, did I go too far? Yeah. All right, not so bad. All right, and then what we're going to take is we're going to take the wish you were here. I think I'm actually going to move this down a little bit. Hold on. And if you're gentle, you can pop it up a little bit. I'm going to take this. And look at here, I am rearranging my card already. I'm going to put that right there. This underneath. And then I'm going to take my bow. Just move this down a little bit. Oh, there we go. I like that better. Okay. So far you have wish you were here. You're going to take your cherries. You're going to remove the backing from there. And one kind of goes here. And then the other one kind of goes. It's supposed to look like they're layered. So I'm actually going to do this. There we go. Okay. I'm going to move this one over a little bit just so if it goes when it goes in the envelope. Okay. All right, then the last thing we're going to do is take our little stars. We have the big ones go right on the leaves. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to grab our pearls. Take a big one. You can put these anywhere you want. go, and you have your first card. Okay, so let's put the rest of these cards together real quick. Okay, so we're gonna put the Miss You on top. I'm gonna grab one of these, put that on top. Gonna grab the U, take the backing off of that. I'm gonna move that down a little bit here like this. I'm gonna take one of these, take the backings off this. Put this on here. And like I said, you can manipulate this as you go to how you want it. Okay. Adjust that bow. You might want to leave the bows off until you're all adjusted. Especially if you don't want the bow hidden, you know. They kind of hide it in the picture, but all right. Then we're going to take our cherries. Add our cherries. Add our stars. I was just looking to see where the little star goes. I guess you can put it on wherever you want. All right, and then let's put these on real quick. And the last thing we're going to do is put our pearls on. Okay, there's card 2. Let's grab the other one. I'm going to just pull this off for now. I'm going to grab our Miss You. Gotta put that on top there, like that. Grab the dot to the eye. Put that on top. Grab the U. Put that on the bottom, leaving some room for the other one. Grab your saying. Add our bow back on. And our cherries. Okay, we're going to grab our cherries. Put them on. Grab those stars. center of the leaf. Grab the little star. Put that wherever you want it. All right, and the last thing we're going to do is put some of these on. And there you have it. You have your 3 Miss You, Wish You Were Here cards all set. Okay, so that's the first card. We're going to move on to the second. Okay. Number 2 is the lemon one. So we're going to, again, we're going to need those 3 pieces. We're going to need the So Much to Celebrate. I think we're going to need the longer pieces again, yeah. So I'm going to pop out 3 of those longer pieces. Grab the So Much to Celebrate. Put that on our stamp block. Okay. We are going to need this card base. So we're going to take these. Again, fold them on that score line. Give them a nice crease. Again, you're going to see that score line. Fold it on the crease. This one is also going to go horizontally. Okay, we're going to need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to need 3 of these. 1. We're going to need 2 per card. So we're going to just pop these out. Okay. We're going to need our lemons. Looks like we need 2 lemons per, whoops. 2 lemons per, there's a big lemon and a little lemon. Okay. Alrighty then. Okay, so let's stamp first. Let me get this out of the way so you can see what we're doing here. Alright, so we're going to take our little banners and we're going to do the same thing we did with the other one. Okay, I got to make sure this is straight because I did not put that on straight. Or as straight as you can get it. Okay, ooh. Better. Okay, so this one's going to say So Much to Celebrate. We're going to put congratulations on there, which we also have to grab out of the sparkly paper. So we're going to do this one, So Much to Celebrate. I'm going to do it 2 more times. Okay, so those are done. Let's pop out our congrats one. Again, flip it over, you're going to see it's a little bit easier to find. So we're going to pop that one out. And they're right above one another. So you're going to pop those 3 out. Okay. Take our paper piercing tool and pop out the rest of these little pieces. Okay, that's one. This is gonna be two. Now, if you were mailing these out to somebody and you didn't want all the extra height using the dimensionals, you could use glue dots. Unfortunately, sometimes when we use the dimensionals and we go to mail something, if it's a little thicker than normal, they will charge you a little bit extra. So you can keep that in mind if you are mailing your cards. And last one. Some of these are a little easier to grab than others, depending on how well they were popped out. But you can see it doesn't take long. And you know, when you're crafting, you want it to be relaxing and enjoy it, right? All right, so those are those three. All right, so let's start to assemble. Now, with your twine, you're going to need, this is saying 12 inches, so I'm just going to measure out 12 inches here. Okay. I'm using the bottom of my, okay, it doesn't have to be accurate. And then I'm just going to do it again here. And one more time. So that's going to be our twine for our project. All right, so let's start assembling. We need our card base first. So here what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these, and on here you can see that this long strip right here, that's the tear and tape. Okay, so we stamped our images. Now you're going to need the tear and tape here. They give you a little tear and tape sign, and they're going to need tear and tape on your little banner. So that's the tear and tape sign, okay? So we're going to take a strip of tear and tape, and it's exactly what it is, what it's called, okay? You're going to take a piece of this, and you're going to go right down the center of your green piece here. Okay, so can you see how I did that? And then I'm just going to take my thumb and pull. It tears so easily, okay? You could use your scissors if you want to, but you don't have to. Again, putting it right down the center and just using my nail as leverage and pulling it off. Pull this next one over. Do the same thing, okay? Then while I have my tear and tape out, I'm just going to grab my little banners here. I'm going to flip them over. And this last little piece is where I want my tear and tape. Okay, so I'm going to put a little piece there. Okay, can you see that? I know it's white on white on white. Can you see that? Okay, that's all you want to do is just put a little piece there. A little piece there. And I'm just ripping. Okay, a piece there. And then we're also going to put, looks like glue dots, so I'm going to put, oops, one in the center, one on the edge, one in the center, one on the edge, and one more time. Okay, and then I'm also going to take these, and I need two of them, and I'm putting a glue dot right on the edge of the flower, right there. Can you see that? Okay, right there. And I might as well do the rest of these while I have my glue dots out. Okay, so you're just gonna, and like I said, I like to assemble all of my cards together in one shot. You don't have to do that. It's totally fine. And then the last bit of adhesive is your lemons, and as you can see, it tells you exactly how they want you to do it. They want you to put one on each tail or leaf, okay, and then one here on each of them, well, one on the little one, and then you're gonna put two, when you put them together, you're gonna put two here, so I'm gonna show you how to do that, okay? So let me flip mine around, okay, so here's my little one, here's my big one. I'm gonna take my dimensionals, I'm gonna put one on each of the leaves, okay? Then I'm gonna put one in the center of, well, that's not really the center, but in the center of that, and then what I'm gonna do is, I'm going to take this like this, and I'm going to do, so it's on both of them. Okay, I'll do that again. My little one, my big one. I need to get some colored stamping paper here so you can see when it's white on white. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my dimensionals, one on the leaf, one in the center of the leaf of the big one, same thing again, okay? Because remember, I'm making 3 cards, one in the center, one in the center. Put these together, okay? And then right on the edge of both of them. And remember, you can always adjust this as you go. And then we're going to take our congrats, and they want us to pop these up as well. So you're going to put a dimensional on this C, and then I'm going to put one maybe here. You can put them wherever you want. You really don't have to be so exact where they go. Okay. All right. So we have that. So let's start assembling our card. Here we go. Okay. So we're going to take this green piece first. Okay. And I'm going to take the backing off of this. Now, if you have trouble, you can always use your paper piercing tool to help you. Ooh, excuse me, to help you. That's going to go right in the center. I'll do it again. Does anybody else make a mess when they stamp? I feel like I have stuff all over, which you really can't see, thank God, but it's all to the side. It's all over the place. All right, and the last one. And as you get used to this, you know, it won't take you as long. I mean, I'm trying to show you step by step, but as you're doing it, you will probably do it a little bit quicker than I am. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take these leaves. Again, you're using 2. You're going to take the backing off. One kind of goes this way, and then the other one goes this way. Okay, then you're going to take your twine. Okay, so you have your twine, and all you're going to kind of do is just loop it. So you have, actually you can put it around your hand. It's probably the easiest way to do it. Grab it in the center. You see how you have a loop? And then I'm just going to take, so it stays, what I do with my glue dots. I'm just going to take a glue dot, put it right in the center there, okay, take the backing off, and then I'm just going to stick that on there so it doesn't move, okay. All right, then I'm going to take my lemons, and I'm going to stick them right in the center, okay. I'm going to take my congratulations, and I'm going to put that right on top, okay. And then I'm going to take my banner that says "So much to celebrate." I'm going to stick that right down there. And then I'm going to take my rhinestones one there. And remember, the rhinestones have 2 different sizes, so you can pick and choose what you want to use. Okay, and there you go, your card is complete. So let's finish these other 2 up. Again, we're going to take the leaves off of here, put one there, put one going the opposite way, and you can do this however you want. You don't have to follow the way they are doing it. Okay, take my twine, just kind of have it a little bit. Again, I like to take a glue dot and just anchor it down so it doesn't move when I'm trying to work with the rest of my card. Okay, take those little lemons. I actually made water and put lemon in it and then stuck it in the refrigerator. Oh, it was so warm here. It's very warm here in New York right now. Put that down. Take my congrats. Take the backing off of that. Put that right on there. And take my little sign. Oh. And grab my pearls here. Did I call them rhinestones before? I think I did. Rhinestones are the clear ones. Pearl, these are actually really almost iridescent, but the rhinestones are usually clear. Okay, and there's card 2. So pretty. Did I not get the backing off of that? Okay, card 2. And the last card. Again, we're going to take these leaves. Put one way. Put one the other way. Take our twine. Stamp into a glue dot in the center, and I'm kind of angling mine. You don't have to, you could do it straight if you want. Let's take our lemons, put those right in the center. Take our congratulations, last one. There like that. And then finally the banner piece. Oops. And our pearls. So pretty, right? All right, and don't forget you have the matching envelopes to go with. Okay, so these would go with these. And you could always stamp right on your envelope. Like you could take your, so it really matches. And you could stamp it on the bottom here, and look how cute that would look, huh? So great. So those 3 go with that one. Then you have these 3 going here, and again you could stamp "Wish You Were Here" on the bottom of it. All right, and then we have our envelopes for the last card. So we're going to pull those card bases over. Again, it's pre-folded, so you're going to take your bone folder or your nail or edge of your scissors or whatever you got. Okay. Hold that together. So we have those 3 cards. Find number 3 on our directions. Okay, so this card's going to go up and down like a portrait. Okay, where these were more horizontal. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pull these in. The stamp that we need for this one is the 3 little ones. Finally got to use the little ones, yay! But you can see now that you have extras of the big and you have extras of the little one. So you could definitely put those aside and use them for something else. Okay. So we're gonna need that, and then we need the stamp that says Sweet Friend. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so I'm gonna grab that stamp and put that on here. And you can see there's a lot of space, so just be careful when you're stamping. You could always bring it down too if you wanted to. Probably help you with alignment as far as keeping the sentiments straight. Like that. Okay, we need these. We need all the peaches. We're gonna need our twine. And then we need Hello Friend, or hello, I should say. Okay. All right, so let's pop out that last piece, which says hello. Okay. Yeah, I got everything. We're gonna pop out the extra pieces. Or what do they call that? The negative space? Is that what they call it? I think there's a term for it. I think it's like negative space or... Okay, so there's the one hello. And as you're doing this, you'll be able to see, like, I'll show you. I'm going to get this piece out. Like when you would put it down, you could tell that something's wrong, right? So you'll be able to see what you need to pop out and what you don't have to pop out. And the last one. Okay, so there's the hellos. All right, let's do a little stamping. Okay, so this is going to say, oh, that is not straight, Michelle. Okay, all right, so let's do Sweet Friend. I'm going to stamp that right in the center. Okay. And one more. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so we have those 3. All right, so now what we're going to do here, so we stamped our images, okay? So now we're going to take this, and remember, we're going up and down like a portrait. So we're going to take tear and tape and put a piece there and there on this, I don't want to say clear because it's kind of hard to see through, but this piece, okay? So we're going to do that to all 3 of our pieces. So let's grab our tear and tape. And again, I'm just gonna put a piece on top, just take my nail, okay, see, and I'm just gonna pull. You can use a scissor if you want to, don't have to, that's one. And I'm just going in between here and here, okay, that's two. And three. Okay, so those three pieces. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take and you're going to put glue dots on here, okay? So now I've been using glue dots excessively. You will have plenty of glue dots because I've been using them and I made a few mistakes and I redid them. So I'm just gonna pull out my extra glue dots. And as you can see, I have extras from another project, so you will have extra glue dots. You have plenty. If you don't, for whatever reason, you can always put a little dab of glue, okay? All right. All right, so you're just gonna take a glue dot and you're gonna kind of put one in the corner here, one in the edge here, and one over here. This is just to hold them down on that clear, translucent, whatever you want to call that piece that we just put tear and tape on, okay? That's two. Last one, so I'm just putting, like I said, I'm putting one right in each of the corners to kind of hold it down, okay? I'm gonna need those. Okay, so, oops. All right, now what we're going to do, and you want to be careful with these because they are a little bit delicate. All right, so I'm just gonna put that over there for now. All right, I'm gonna grab this piece and this piece, and I'm gonna take the glue dots off of here. All right, and I'm gonna turn it over. And I'm gonna put it down so the tear and tape is still on my piece. I'm turning it over so the tear and tape is down on the table, and then I'm putting this and lining this up with the piece on the bottom. Okay, and that is just gonna kind of hold it together. So now it's one piece. Then what I can do is take the tear and tape off. And you're going to put it on your card base, and remember your card base is going up and down, so let's make sure we have that in the right spot. And that's going to go right there in the center, okay? If you don't like the way this is, you could always take another glue dot and just kind of put it down so it holds it more together, okay? All right, so let's do the same thing here. I'm going to take the backings off those glue dots. You know, like I said, if you run out of glue dots because you're like went crazy with the glue dots like I did, you can always use a little bit of adhesive or some type of glue. Oops. Okay, you gotta put that down. It doesn't have to be perfect. Rip that tear and tape off. Got out of the shower this morning and I found, it's going to be hard to see on camera, I have the biggest black and blue right here, and you can see it's all swollen. Ugh, I don't know how I did that. Okay, one more to go. Okay, oops, that didn't stay. This one, I think I'm gonna need an extra glue dot. Doesn't wanna stay down. So I'm just gonna put a glue dot there. There we go. And I'll grab another one here. There we go. Again, taking that tear and tape off the back. If you are interested in subscribing to Paper Pumpkin, please let me know. All right, we have all three of those together. All right, the next thing we're going to do is take some twine. Again, they want you to do that's 12 inches, so I'm just going to measure it out, cut it, and then just cut 2 more. You can definitely let me know if you're interested in the Paper Pumpkin. Like I said, it's a great thing if you are interested in getting into stamping or card making. You could even use your paper pumpkins and make scrapbook pages out of them, or use the extra pieces in your scrapbooks. So you're going to see you even get some extra twine. So like I said, they do give you a lot of material. Okay, so let's start. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to tie this in a bow. Now, they do hide, or you can even just loop it if you want. You don't even have to tie it in a bow. I'm just going to tie mine in a bow because it's easier for me that way. You could just loop it if you wanted to. And then I'm just going to trim the bottoms off here. Whoops. And they are kind of just putting it over here like this. So I'm going to take another glue dot. Oops. And just, again, be careful because that's not fully down. You can see how I just pulled that up. Okay, and then I'll trim these tails. Okay. Then they want lots and lots and lots and lots of peaches here. So looks like we need a dark one and a light one. And then 3 little ones. 1 big, 1 medium little one, and 2 tiny little ones. Okay, so you are going to need, there's a dark peach and a light peach, a medium-sized peach, and baby peaches, okay? I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of all these. Okay, and it tells you where you're going to put them, okay? Now, these have glue dots on them. I'm going to pop them all up just because that's what I want, you know, to do. So I'm going to take my big peach, put there. My other size peach, kind of put it to the side there. They have one of these here and then one of the little ones next to it. And again, you can do this however you want. And then one down here. Okay. Then we're going to give our hello some dimensionals. So I'll put 2 on the back of that. You can see where there was some space. Put that down. Then we're going to get our sweet friend and put some dimensionals on the back of that. And again, like I said, you don't have to pop these up if you don't want to. You can totally just put some adhesive on it. Put sweet friend right below it. And then grab your pearls. And there you have your card. I think this is my favorite out of all of them. Okay, so let's grab the other cards. Again, we're just going to make some quick bows. Just going to trim this. Okay, there's one. You can make it as big as you want again. And just, I'm gonna trim it because I think it's gonna be too long, so. All right, so there, we're gonna take, I'll just grab my adhesive for now and just give a little adhesive there for the bow. And again, I may want to trim those when I'm done, but we'll see. Okay. All right, so that's that. All right, then we're gonna take one of the darker orange pieces and a lighter orange piece. We're gonna put dimensionals on those. Okay, I'm gonna stick that over here and the other one kind of on top of it. Do the same thing again. And like I said, you do not have to do it exactly the way I'm doing it. It is definitely your card. You can do it however you want to do it. If you don't like the bow, you could always leave the twine off completely. Okay. So then we need some of these little guys. All right. So you can see I have now a set each left over for the big guys. Okay, so I'm gonna put those to the side. We need a medium, so then we have all these mediums left. And we need 2 smalls for each. Yeah, so I have, like I said, I have all these pieces left over. So you could totally make more cards, which is great. And don't forget, you still have these too. So you could definitely make more cards. All right, so let's turn all these over. We're gonna put dimensionals on the back because I wanna pop these up. So 1 on each. Okay. I'm gonna put the big one here. And a teeny tiny one here. Do the same thing over here. Then, not to forget the little guy at the bottom. So cute. I love it, love it, love it. Take her lows. Give some dimensionals on here. And again, I'm just putting those dimensionals where there's a lot more room on the back of the hello. And this is like a white glitter. I don't know if it's showing up in the, but you can definitely, almost like a silvery white. It's really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to attach that there. And attach, let's do it differently. Let's do it up here. Okay, take our sweet friend, put some dimensionals on the back of there. Okay, and you can see I have dimensionals left over. And now, a trick to this. You see this long piece and there's no more, like, what are those called? I'm so bad at math. They're not stop signs, but you know, these little round pieces, hexagons, whatever. You can break this up and just make it your own dimensionals. So see how that piece comes off? So there's another dimensional. So use the outside of these dimensionals up so you don't waste anything. Okay. All right. That's something I learned a while back, and like I said, I was throwing them out, and then I was like, oh duh, I should have thought of that myself. That was, you know, a really good idea. Okay, so just a little different, right? All right, let's get some of these pearls on here. Okay, so again, you have pearls left over as well. So there are your 3 cards. So again, we have these 3 cards. We had these 3 cards. And we made this one. Oh, I forgot to put the, where'd it go? Here it is. I was gonna say, oh my gosh, I forgot to put that on. It fell off. All right, we'll get some adhesive on here. There we go. Okay, so then you have these 3 cards. So this is the paper pumpkin for June. If you are interested in ordering the July paper pumpkin, you have, I believe, until the 10th of July to order it. So please let me know if you're interested. Again, it's about $25 per subscription, and you get everything you need to make these cards. And again, don't forget, we have the matching envelopes for the cards. And don't forget, you can stamp right on them if you want to decorate them a little bit. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. Again, if you are interested in a catalog, this is the new catalog that is out. It's been out since May. It's got tons of not only ideas, but tons of fun stamps and cardstock and embellishments and all kinds of things. Tons and tons and tons of great ideas in here. So if you need a catalog, let me know as well. And if you are interested in subscribing to Paper Pumpkin, like I said, contact me there. And if you are interested in joining my Stampin' Up! Team, we would love to have you come and craft with us, even if you're just what we consider a hobby demo, which is somebody who just likes to craft at home and not have to worry about the business end of it. And it's only $99 to join. So you get $125 worth of merchandise just for $99. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are watching me on YouTube, and hit that like so I can know to bring you more videos like this. And if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you hit that like and hit the button so you know when I will be on there as well. All right, have a great day, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.